another great episode of Enterprise Morning, reaching you from Enterprise Television. I am Henry Igwebike, and we'll start off today with our newspapers, and right after that will be our main conversation for today. Also, please do well to be part of what we do. Have a say in what we say. You can always find and reach us at enterprisetvnews.com. You may equally like, comment, and follow us on all our social media platforms at Enterprise TV 7. We're very so honored to have with us, joining us via Zoom from Lagos State in Nigeria, Barrister Tunji Abdulhamid, a barrister, law, public affairs analyst. Thank you so very much, Barrister, for your time.
Thank you for having me. Good morning.
Good morning to you, sir. Let's start off today, Barrister, with the Guardian newspaper. We have many interesting stories here. The big one, 2024-2025 fiscal policy crisis, project funding execution stall over poor budget implementation. And we equally have, just below that particular headline, federal government Lagos Ekiti to check obstacle hindering ease of doing business. And we have on the political scene here, fresh PDP Labour Party defections to the APC as opposition parties battle internal crisis. Barrister, I know we've talked a lot about this defection here and there. As much as you do not buy the idea that the opposition is crumbling, as it stands today, what do you think is the value proposition of the People's Democratic Party?
Correct. I did not. I don't buy. I buy the idea of opposition not crumbling. There are serious crises in opposition, and I know that. I'm aware of that. What I don't agree is that to say that a particular party is dead because other people are moving out of the party. That's what I don't agree with. Not that they don't have crisis. They have crisis. Even the ruling party have crisis. They have their crisis, but because they are the party in power. Parties are the members are both feeling their crisis. That open a lot of problem in the parties, particularly Labour and Labour Party and PDP. Yesterday, SDP joined the crisis. Yeah. You know, you can see now that once you see a party becoming that is likely to become a strong party opposition, you will see one crisis or the other in it. So that is to confirm that certain people are behind it. Because SDP before now, we are not is not interested in crisis. But because people are considering SDP as a platform to do merger or coalition or whatever they want to do, you can hear crisis. Yesterday there was an issue that the chairman was suspended by certain people or this and that. So that is to tell you, there is crisis in every party. And what is your question again, please?
Yes, my question is, what do you make of, maybe this is more like a follow-up question. What do you make of the ADA now? Because Atiku Abubakar, Saraki, El Rufai, Peter Obi, and many other great politicians are staking for the ADA. So does that not mean that the PDP might not see the light of the day?
Henry, we are the one, particularly media. You people are the one that usually create problem where there is no problem. You mentioned names. These people when did you have the Dr. Bukasa Saraki, His Excellency, the former Senate President of Nigeria? I saw him yesterday with PDP at the INEC office. So when did he not join ADA? Mr. Atiku Abubakar, His Excellency, clearly states that he was not part of the ADA arrangement. So where did you get the names? Who told you that they were part of it? You see, this is why the problem is. Sometimes we just assume things and make it a reality. People are talking about ADA. Yes, people want to register. They are considering options of how to fight the current administration, and they're considering either to form a new party or these are few people. You can't say these are PDP or SCP or whatever. But there's an arrangement to that effect. But for me, sometimes we create this unnecessary issue based on assumptions, presumptions, and permutations. I'm not aware of Dr. Bukasa Saraki saying he's part of the coalition, talk less of being a member of ADA, or talk less of being part of the people planning ADA. I'm not aware. Like I said, Atiku Adamawa, His Excellency Alhaji Atiku Abubakar has denounced that he was not part of it. And the people are not. It's too early to even. They've not even registered. We don't even know who are member of the party yet. But we are conjunctioning everything. We are putting the party, people who are in other party, we are putting them into the party. I don't agree with you. Even if I'm not saying there is no deflection in the party, there is deflection. People are moving, and as people are moving, people will come. It's too early to say. And if the fact that even the party is not it does not have the number of people other party, does not mean they are dead. The PDP actually has about 11 governors today. So if he's dead, what happened to the 11 governors? You say they are dead. How? Because they are not having majority of a number of people. They may not. In fact, if they don't win the presidential election, that does not mean they are dead. They are not formidable enough. That's what we are going to say. So the adjective is not correct to say the party is dead. No, they are not formidable for now to compete. Yes, but dead. I don't want to agree with that.
But Barrister, do you vouch for
PDP?
Yes, because our yes, please do. Finish up. Yeah.
Continue.
Okay, yes. So because the reason we are making all of these permutations and looking the way they are is given the way our politicians behave sometimes in Nigeria. Bukola Saraki used to be with the APC. He went to the PDP and lots of movement here and there. Atiku Abubakar, the same thing. So don't you think that this game of interest for politicians, it's enough reason to believe that movement doesn't mean anything to them?
Well, we don't have political ideology in Nigeria. Politicians who are working based on ideology, they're moving from one party to another. It's not a crime. It's not. Tell me how many politicians in Nigeria have not moved? The APC we are talking about today, majority of the people, in fact 80% of the people who are members of the APC today were former PDP. The president of Nigeria today has moved. He has moved. People make it look like he has never moved. He has moved party. He started with AD. From AD, he become ACN. From ACN, he become which party again, or the March. The AD is still alive today. So people who say they just form a new party. No, AD is that movement. Is that not movement? You see, politics is about interest. Yes, the first interest is your personal interest before the national interest. You must have your interest first for you to be able to have national interest or even state interest. If you don't have your own personal interest, you won't be there because you won't be pursuing anything. So if you are saying politicians are having interest because they are own interest, should they be having your personal interest first? They are not saying they should not have the interest of the nation, but they will not consider anybody's interest first against their own. They will look at their. In fact, like I said, if you don't have interest, you not even participate in politics. It's because you have interest, that's why you are participating. So that interest, you have to pursue it as well. But in pursuing it, or when you get it, you now have to consider national or state interest in it. We can't sit in our own comfort, in our comforts, and expect people who are moving from one place morning, afternoon, in the night, doing one meeting or the other, in an attempt to get what they are looking for, and we expect that they will only be thinking about it. When we even expect them to spend their personal money to get that. We are not supporting them. We are not saying, look, since we see that you have an ambition of serving us, or you have interest of serving the community or state or whatever, these are our contribution. You will see expecting to bring money, give him money, for him to be able to achieve that objective that he's looking for. And then when he get there, you now say he should be serving you. Why did you not serve him when he was there? I'm not saying it should be about money. But what I'm saying is that this our thinking or mentality that politicians must not have their own personal interests. It does not gel well. If you don't have your personal interest, you won't be in politics. Because if you don't have personal interest, you won't be in a media platform that you're doing. If you don't have personal interest, you won't go for anything. And if you go for it, if you are forced to go into it, when you get there, you do what you like. So what I'm saying is that the movement from one party to another is not a crime. And only few politicians in Nigeria, reputable politicians, have not moved. Like I said earlier, I repeat myself again, the president of today, just like because people make it look like he has never moved, he has been moving. He has moved from AD to ACN, an ACN to APC today. So I don't know whether or not his own may not be frequent like the other, but it doesn't matter. And even those who have been moving, it's just from one party to another. Because Salaki is just from APC to PDP, PDP to APC. He has not gone to. He has not been in 5 or 10 party or 6 party or 5 or 4 party. It's either PDP or APC. That's why he has been. So, and like I said, it is not only about even the politician. If we are serious as people, with or without politician, we must be able to. We can get what we are looking for. But we have seen it as a way of look. Our election is about who can dole out money. That's why one person will move in a state and will say, that state is finished. Because that one person controls everything. Because he is the one that can mobilize. And that's why you also see people talk about why can't Alhaji Atiku drop his ambition and support it and use all his money to support Peter Obi. If he step down and support Mr. Peter Obi with his own personal money, what will be his benefit thereafter? If you become a leader and it's on the neck of Peter Obi after becoming the president, we will not talk about him being overburdened. So when you want good leadership, we all must contribute. If you see somebody who is good and who can do it, whether or not he has money, let's support him. Let's even give him money. But we're not doing that, and we expect these people to spend their personal money. We expect them to do all the wahala, and then we want them after winning. Then you want them to be serving. They won't serve you because you do not do the right thing. They can always serve us when the right thing is done. If you know that somebody doesn't have money and you support him and it becomes that person will, at least if you have many of them, I'm not saying one person, he will be able to think well and say, look, I was not sponsored by one godfather. I was sponsored by my community, and I have my loyalty to my community. Today, our National Assembly loyalty is not to Nigeria; it's on our mandate. They are standing on the mandate of the president. That shows that whatever the president is looking for, they go with it. So instead of having their loyalty and mandate to the people and to the nation, it's to the president. So that is what we're having today, because they believe the president is all in all, and he can do and undo. He can even, and that's why you see some of the governors running from their party to join APC, because they are afraid that most likely, if they are not contesting the election, that the president will use his will use federal might to not to allow them win. They cited Edo and Ondo as an example that you do not see. So some of them are moving, and they even boldly say it, that I want to move so that I want to further my political where my political future will be guaranteed. So for me, we don't have to blame the opposition alone. I've been saying it. It is not only about opposition. It's about people. All of us that are talking. We will see that we will not even vote. Some of us will not vote. I'm not talking about myself, but when I say some of us, I know that I will vote by God's grace, except something that's beyond my control prevent me from voting. There are not so many people who are active in talking, who are active in criticizing, that have never voted. And some of them will even come in public and be proud of it. I have never voted in my life. Or some will say, to last election, but I talk about the country. So I even want to participate. So the aim on the politician is not exonerating them, but we have the people have the larger blame.
Very, very true, Barrister. Yes, we have lots of other interesting stories here. I would have loved that you talked to the issue of defection, of course, just like we did say, about 24 parliamentarians from the Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly have defected to the APC in accordance to the instruction of the governor. Where is our constitution still alive? Because I know too well it's only the governor that has the right to move without repercussion. But when a member of the State House of Assembly defects, the law states that he should leave the post or he should relinquish the position. But the PDP seem not to be doing anything about it and allowing it to move. How is our constitution and whatever policy that triggers that, is it still alive?
Henry, it seems we are always in the hurry, or we don't even, or sometimes we pretend as if we are not in Nigeria. The constitution you are talking about is the paperwork. The paper will not enforce itself. It is the people that will enforce it. And what is the law regarding defection? when you defect, your seat will be declared vacant by the speaker.
Yeah.
And when the speaker refuses to do that, who is enforcing? The only thing is to go to court. Did you not see what is happening in Rivers State? They went to court. The battle is still on up to now. So if the battle is still on, can you blame anybody for that one? You blame the system. It is the system that is not working. If we are in a country where the system will activate itself without anybody prompting the system, without anybody directing or navigating the system to where they want them to go, it will work. But because I can't blame the law here. It's not the law. It is the implementation. Those who are given the responsibility of enforcing the law are the ones that are not enforcing it. Let me tell you, if the government in power today is not APC, and you see in a House of Assembly where 10 people or even 5 people from that party say they are the campaign, the ruling party will enforce the law. They will trigger the button, and the law will be enforced the way it should be enforced. But in our situation today, it's not so, because we have a system that is not working. The system, what we will rely on are individuals, and that's why you see what is happening in Rivers State is happening today. That's why you have a state of emergency in Rivers State, even against the law, and people are still and things are still going on well. the administrator is even appointing administrator as well. Is preparing budgets. So it's not all about the law. It's not the law. The law is there. But and this point what you are talking about, I'm not sure they even officialize their defection. Nobody can go to court now, because if you go to court now, they will backslide and say no, we did not defect. So we have to be patient sometimes.
All right.
So allow them do what they want, and then so that the law will be triggered. You can see in the Rivers State when those people wave their flags, APC flag, when they openly declare on public that they've gone to APC, when they trigger the process, what did they say? They say no, we did not defect. And what was the excuse? We have not registered with our community, our what's it called, our unit. Therefore, the defection has not been completed, and therefore you can. So that's a technical point. So although I'm not aware of anywhere in the law where it is said that for you to defect, you must have gone to register in your community. Particularly where there's any law to that extent. If somebody deposed an affidavit to say I have defected, is that not enough? But for me, the system is not working. That's just what I'm saying. It's not the law, it's the system. It is the system that is not working.
All right.
You can see some of it, and we even select the different fights we want to fight.
Very, very true, Barrister. It's so unfortunate that the system has deliberately refused to work in Nigeria. But I'd love you to speak to this very ridiculous news that we got. We all woke up this morning to realize that the title of Wazir Adamawa has been taken away from Atiku Abubakar by the government of Adamawa State. Well, what's your take on this? And they're basing that on his indigenization. I don't know. Are they trying to make him feel he's not a Nigerian, or his Nigerianness is not certified?
You know that it's politics. Somebody that has become a vice president in Nigeria, somebody that has been in custom in Nigeria, somebody that has contested presidential election 8 times or more, and today now you are saying your thing is indigenship. You know that this was also raised during the last election.
Yes.
You know the 27 is coming and everybody is planning. If the title was given to him by the government, and they are the owner of the title and they can withdraw that title. But if the title is not given to the governor by them, I'm not aware that government issue title to individuals. I think it's traditional rulers that does that. Except if you are saying this revocation of this title is by the traditional ruler, that would be valid. But if it's by the government, what is it? How is it their responsibility to withdraw the title they do not give? You cannot give we cannot take what you don't give, and you cannot give what you don't have. So for me, it's all about politics. For anybody to say the citizenship of Atiku is in doubt and therefore is not qualified, or they are doubting, or therefore they want to withdraw the title, you must any Nigerian that is sincere will know that this is politics, and like you said, it's funny.
Very, very funny, Barrister. Now let's come back to Lagos State, Nigeria. We have it from the same Guardian newspaper. Lagos to begin digital numbering of houses from July. Given the sort of haphazard planning or urban planning in Lagos, it's been very difficult sometimes, when you go around looking for a particular address. It's often very difficult if you're not used to that particular area to know where exactly it is you're going to. Now, do you think it's possible to achieve an efficient digital numbering of houses in Lagos, given the way it's been created or the master plan that we have that has been defaced so badly in Lagos?
There is nothing impossible in that. If they have the will to do it, they can do it. But for me, it's not impossible. It's very, in fact, if they want to do it, they can do it. But I'm worried because if the intention is to do what you say they want to do, they may likely get it. But if the intention is about money generation, because sometimes they use this attack for the purpose of knowing who and who they will charge, they will go and trouble. And for me, before now, even though they call it this one digital, there have been so many, what do you call it now, registration regarding house numbering. I have not seen any of them worked. So if they want to do digital numbering, and let them do it, but let them make sure that it is not for the target alone. It's not about it will be easy. It will also make it, yes, I agree, it will make it easy for them to know the number of people in Lagos. It will make it easy for them to be able to plan. It will make it easy for them to be able to trace taxes or other payment to be paid. But if the major focus is about money, we won't get it right. I just hope that they will start it and end it. Not that the other one they've been doing. They've done so many. I've seen so many registrations regarding housing, and I've not seen any of them come to fruition. It's a good thinking. It's good thinking. We need data, but unfortunately, in Nigeria, we only gather that. We don't use it.
Very, very true. We have a load full of data that we still have not taken advantage of in this country, because the truth remains there are some Nigerians that are still not documented. The number of Nigerians that are out of the banking system is beyond what we can state here, and that means we have the data. But the question is, how are we able to even utilize it? But Barrister, just before I let you leave on this particular segment, let's take a little look into Benue State and after effect of all of that. 53 suspects arrested over Benue Plateau Killings, says IGP, and Tinubu farmers herders conflict an opportunity in structure, social stability, and food security. How would the president say that the farmer herders crisis that had claimed the loss of lives is an opportunity for food security? Sometimes the president makes some statements that it's very difficult. As journalists, it's our responsibility to receive some of these things, interpret them, and bring them back for people to understand what the story is. But sometimes it's difficult to understand what the president is talking about. Do you really get what he means by stating that the farmers' herders crisis is an opportunity for food security?
Firstly, let me say that based on the facts on ground, we can't classify the killing in Benue as a header farmer clashes. When you say clashes, two people are fighting. They have a reason why they are fighting, and they know themselves. Here, I call it genocide. This what happened in the Benue is genocide, not community fight. And president has been corrected in this regard. They have their mindsets, and they have their own position, and they maintain that position that is community is class. So which suggests that there are two fighting, and one will come in the middle of the night and start come and kill people who are not prepared to do anything. So for me, that impression and that mindset will not allow us to proper results until the president go with what Totif said. Why if he said Benue, we may not be able to get it right, because until you agree that this is the situation on ground, if you don't know the problem, you'll be able to solve it. As it is today now, the presidency or the president are classifying that conflict, that issue in that area as farmer herders clashes, which is not what it is. For me, the insecurity in Nigeria is something that has not been properly done. So if what President is trying to say is that, look, the killing that has happened and the committee that has been set up or whatever, probably that will help them resolve the matter. This committee that has been set up, how many people who agree that we are the one that committed the crime are in the committee? For you to know why they are doing what they are doing, and for you to be able to say, okay, if this is what you are looking for, we will give you or will not give you. It's not a one-sided committee. It is the committee of those being attacked. Those being attacked are the one forming the committee. So if in that regard, it's difficult to get a solution in that aspect, and it's been difficult for people to go to farming in that part of the area. Even in some major, almost all the part of Nigeria, it's been difficult for people to go to the place, and that's why when the government is celebrating launching of I know they bought it 2,000
tractors.
What's it called?
2,000 tractors.
Tractors.
Yes.
For modern farming and other business. I wonder where those tractors will be used.
Exactly.
Is it the same farm where people are being chased out? Is it the same farm where people are not allowed to go? Is it the same farm where people can't go there? So instead of us to tackle the issue of security, they are buying tractors that will not be able to use. Just like we buy Tucano jet, what we buy. Today, we are not able to use it to tackle any insecurity. And this is why we are saying that, look, the government should be more concerned on how money is being spent, so that they won't spend for political reason. For me, just to score goal of we have done this, we are doing this, we are doing that. How is that going to give us results? Should be the major concern. For me, they need to do more in terms of our security if we want to get it right. Very,
very true. It's very similar to what the SDP presidential candidate Adebayo has said, that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has A1 in politics, but F9, a very big one with capital letters, in governance. And that is very simple and straightforward to what the reality is. The question, just like you did raise, why would we buy 2,000 tractors when farmers and access to farm is really not there? That's really putting the cart before the horse there. Thank you so very much, Barrister. Just to let you know, Barrister Tunji Abdulhamid will be here to take us on our main conversation. That is when we return. National Assembly extends 2024 budget to December of 2025. Sparks concern over fiscal discipline. That in a bit is still Enterprise Morning. Please don't go anywhere.